It's the calm before the storm at West Deptford High School as two of the Colonial's best tune up for the group playoffs. From West Deptford High School, John Mondelli with John Dogening and Voge today. Collingswood, West Deptford, a match that was scheduled for this evening. Due to the incoming storm, they moved it up to 5 o'clock, and crowd's not all here, but it should be an exciting match.
Oh, it should be, and that was a smart move because of the weather conditions. You have to think safety first, and the smart thing to do was to move it up. Some matches have been canceled for tonight. Almost all matches have been canceled for Saturday. So this is a tune-up for the group playoffs, and it's a very, very important match for both teams.
A strong year for the Colonial Conference, obviously. Paulsboro winning on their side, I think, the Freedom, the Liberty Division, Haddonfield, since they beat West Deptford and Haddonfield, since they beat West Deptford and Collingswood, the winner there. But these are two pretty good teams, and both going to be in the playoffs, as we talked about.
Absolutely. I mean, Haddonfield is the Liberty Division champion, but West Deptford and Collingswood tonight are battling for second place honors, and it is an honor because both teams are going to move on to the playoffs.
Okay, we have some pretty good matchups tonight at 103, 135, 145, assuming there's no moving around, but it should be pretty good. And let's talk about 135, Hamrik and Spectre.
Eric Hamrik, the coach's son, is having a phenomenal year. He's only a junior. Spectre, I believe, is only a junior. You're talking about, what, 2 losses between the two of them, or 1 loss between the two of them?
2 for Hamrik, 1 for Spectre.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're high-quality wrestlers. Brian Haristston, another high-quality wrestler for Collingswood. At 103 pounds, you have 2 wrestlers that also have phenomenal records. So there are going to be some exciting individual matchups tonight, and if you have to pick a winner walking into it, just based on previous scores among common opponents in the conference, it would tend to favor West Deptford. But when these two go head-up, anything can happen.
Okay, we're going to have all the action coming up right here on the Gloucester County Educational Network. Back at West Deptford High School, vote starting at 160 pounds. Dan Eckley for West Deptford, Taylor Venanzi for Collingswood.
Taylor Venanzi, a junior, 23-2 this year, 53 career wins. His opponent, Dan Eckley, also a junior, 11-8 this year. He was 7th in the Egg Harbor Township tournament earlier in the year. Taylor Venanzi, first in the Camden County tournament, first in the Collingswood tournament, 2nd in District 28 a year ago. Only 2 losses so far this year, one to Jordan Lewis of Woodstown, the other to Jeff Schaefer of Cherokee.
Both of these teams coming off a big weekend of wrestling last weekend, Voge. Of course, West Deptford had that big match against Paulsboro, Collingswood in the Welsh duels. Which, by the way, a little shocker there, and kudos to the Colonial with Haddonfield knocking off Camden Catholic.
I was just going to say, in the finals of that Jack Welsh duels, Haddonfield, a big gold star for the Colonial Conference, beating a team that many considered was in the running for #1 in South Jersey this year. And of course, the impending heavy snowfall that's being predicted has caused a couple of cancellations for the weekend, including Paulsboro, Phillipsburg, and Camden Catholic and Washington Township.
Still no score in this one, and we're going to start over, it looks like. Back to the center, 33 seconds left in the first. Yeah, it kind of puts that #1 ranking. I guess Paulsboro's to lose now. I mean, they win Group 1. I think it's theirs, right? Bud?
Yeah, and I think all eyes are going to be on the Group 4 tournament next week. You know, definitely in South Jersey, and of course, Paulsboro doesn't have an easy road in Group 1 because their likely opponent in the finals is going to be Haddonfield. And that was a tough match the first time they wrestled. Several matches.
Oh, look at that, folks! Look at that!
Oh my! Nothing yet, though. Nothing yet, though.
No time. He's got to watch out. No time. Just under a second. Nice job by Eckley in this first period. Yeah. Obviously coming in the underdog in this match.
Right, and Eckley came very close to getting a takedown that time with that throw, but you have to get complete control entirely. You know, he was in bounds, but he just didn't have control. And Venanzi has the choice in the second period and will take the down or defensive position.
You're on sequence now, sequence.
Caution on West Deptford for moving before the whistle. All these wrestlers are prompted in the pre-meet meetings with the official.
We got blood time here, blood time green.
Blood time for West Deptford. But they're all prompted in the pre-meet talk that the official has to give, that they have to follow a sequence on the starting position. The head has to be centered over the spinal cord, the hand goes around the belly, and then the other hand behind the elbow, and there is a pause before the whistle blows.
Ben, we've talked about that all year now, about how many times we're seeing that call.
Right. There you see Ron Hamrik, the coach of Collingswood, whose team is 16-5 this year. Hamrik with 408 career wins, 140 losses, and 1 tie in his 25th year as head coach, and is now the athletic director at the school as well. And next year will probably be his last year as a head coach. He has gotten permission to coach while his son Eric is finishing up his career at Collingswood. And he's a junior this year, so I'm sure Ron Hamrik will be behind the bench for at least 1 more year.
Okay, we're going to go back, get ready to wrestle the second period as we look at both wrestlers.
Mike Cockrell, the official in charge.
Wait for that. We got 1 caution now. Stay set. Can't move once you're set down there. You set? Okay, you got to stay still. You're on now.
Last 4 meetings all won by Collingswood. Well, Deptford seems to be favored this year, Vogue.
I would think so. You look at comparative scores going in and their competition and who they've wrestled. I think West Deptford had a very, very close match with Haddonfield.
Tiebreaker, right?
Yeah, can make down the criteria. Venanzi up to his feet, trying to establish wrist control. Eckley takes him right back to the mat. And of course, with certain criteria, the first match scored in points is a key statistic. I've seen several matches this year decided by criteria H, which is the first point score that are totaled up during the course of the 14 weight classes.
Venanzi trying to get out. There's the first points of the match.
Good job of getting to his feet, turning his hips, and getting the escape.
And I think these are the matches where Collingswood would need the big bonus points, where they're, you send a kid out there 23-2 against somebody 11-8. You're hoping to get some bonus points.
Yeah, just based on the total record itself. You're looking for more than just a regular decision. But they're figured to be some very, very tight matches, individual bouts in the match, so every point's important.
Of course, you look at John Craig and West Deptford, Group 2 you have, of course, West Deptford, Delran, Delsey, they're the 3 you think about in South Jersey. And then they got the districts coming up after that.
And their work is cut out, there's no question. It's been 10 years since West Deptford has won a sectional title. They won back in the year 2000. And John Craig has the team really wrestling very well at this point. In fact, as they had a good match with Haddonfield, as we mentioned. And they have the playoffs next week. Of course, you don't look past your opponents, you take them one at a time next week. And they're going to have to go through their quarterfinal on Monday night before they can even think about a semifinal.
Sometimes we have too much information, but we're trying to find it all. 1-0 after 2. Eckley will have his choice.
Next Monday, Burling Township visits West Deptford in the quarterfinals of Group 2. And in Group 1, Woodstown visits Collingswood in the quarterfinal. So it's an important match tonight, but they're both thinking ahead too.
Here's the escape. We're tied at 1.
Now, of course, takedown is becomes very key. Could decide this bout.
Eckley's the one taking a shot.
And it gets more and more confidence with every shot that he takes. So Venanzi's got to be careful here. He can't back off.
Remember, Voj, he almost did that takedown the edge of the mat in the first period. This time it's Venanzi with the shot.
Trying to dump. Eckley blocks it. Eckley trying to put pressure on Venanzi's head, and Venanzi charges straight ahead, and out of bounds they go. .45 seconds remaining in regulation, so with a 1-1 score, now the takedown becomes frighteningly important. For all intents, it will decide this bout if there's a takedown.
No stall warnings on either had been called in this match either. And here's again, Venanzi gets the leg. This time he's deep on it. This time.
Drives through, gets the takedown with 20 seconds to go. Big takedown by Venanzi. Out of bounds with 14 seconds to go. Venanzi holding a 3-1 lead. The opening bout. Caution on Collingswood.
Hold on.
We'll have a little discussion. Let's listen in.
14. Can't lose time.
It's just a correction on the clock, I think, Voj.
Now showing 13.5. Well, it's showing 14 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was when we said before it was 14. All of a sudden you look up, it was 13.5. Okay, reset it to 14. Eckley on the bottom tries to get an escape. He does get the escape with 7 seconds left.
Now remember, no stall warning on either wrestler. Look at this by
my.
Eckley. Is he going to get the takedown?
Oh, my.
He's going to run out of time.
Oh, brother.
Great job by Eckley anyway. Venanzi holds on for the win.
By decision for Collingswood, Venanzi.
Huge effort by Eckley. Venanzi had just enough to block it at the end.
Here we go. Take a look, Voj.
Commanders, Irwin Ray. And for the Eagles, Max
There's the
Fitzgerald.
in on the double, lifts up, drives through, gets the takedown.
Okay, 171, Irwin Ray against Max Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald for West Deptford, 12-5. Ray, 4-15.
Owen Ray, Jr., 4-15, as you mentioned. Fitzgerald, 12-5.
And he gets an early takedown.
And he's favored in this bout. Exciting first bout to start the meet.
There's John Craig. Wrestled here at West Deptford. I think also Shalleck High School, Voj.
Yes, Shalleck first and then transferred to West Deptford. In his 5th year, 79-25 is career record. Team finished first in the Marinelli tournament at Egg Harbor Township. And one of their 2 losses was to Haddonfield, 29-28 on that dreaded Criteria H.
Matt, you were here. You've seen West Deptford now. I think this is like a 4th time, Voj. I had a chance to see them against St. Augustine early in the year, and that was an impressive win for West Deptford that night.
Set the tone for the season. You see an escape by Collingswood. We're 2-1.
Collingswood out there is Irwin Ray at 171.
Irwin Ray, a junior. Max Fitzgerald, a senior, having a very good year so far. 12 wins and 5 losses. Two to 1 to score on the board by Fitzgerald. He got the early takedown. Ray got an escape, so it's 2 to 1.
Fitzgerald in with that shot, trying to finish off. Gets a takedown. Big takedown with under 10 seconds left.
Well, how often have we said, you know, those late scores in a period can come back to haunt people. And that gives Fitzgerald a much bigger lead at the end of the first period. 4 to 1 now.
Ray takes bottom.
Ray chooses bottom.
Both teams ranked in South Jersey. West Deptford comes in as the number 10 team in the Courier Post rankings. See an escape off the bottom. Collingswood number 11, so right behind them. Fact is, 9, 10, 11 are 3 Colonial teams: Haddonfield, West Deptford, and Collingswood.
Collingswood in that top 10 at one time this year, I believe, Voge.
Yes, they were. In fact, is all 3 teams have
4.
Yeah.
4 teams in the top 10 at one time. That's pretty good.
Very good.
Back on January 4th, Collingswood was ranked as high as 7. And 6 on the 11th. Four-2 here, second period.
Nice sized crowd for an early start on the snow forecast Friday afternoon.
I know the weatherman tends to scare people off once in a while. Oh, look at that, Voge. Fitzgerald fights it off, got a stall warning. Sometimes the weathermen scare people off. Maybe the question is, what time's the snow going to come? That's why they moved this match up to 5 o'clock to begin with.
Yeah. And of course, you looked at the news last night and earlier today, and people were going to the stores, stocking up and for the anticipated heavy snowfall.
I know you were studying the weather maps all day.
Absolutely.
Second period over, 4-2 lead. Fitzgerald will have his choice in the third. There you see Hamrik.
And West Deptford starting down into the defensive position. So if Ray is going to win this match, he's going to have to keep his hands on that. They've got a caution.
Set. Okay, you're on sequence.
And there's the escape, 5-2.
Pretty simple maneuver. Just stand up, get wrist control, turn your hips. Usually leads to an escape.
2 takedowns in this match, both by Fitzgerald. He's looking for another one. He's not going to have room right here. Now he might. It's nice. Isn't it nice,
There
Voge?
it is. Nice spin behind. And that makes it 7-2. So good job by Fitzgerald of countering a shot at his legs by controlling the head and spinning behind.
First up by 5 now. Now you got to start thinking major. Got to get to 8. I know you like to see the guy work on top, try to get some back points, but at what point, if he's not turning him, do you try and let him go and just play the takedown game and try and get that major?
Well, you have to. If the man in the bottom is not going to let you get to a position where you can try and turn him over, then you cut him loose and you start taking him down if you can have enough time to do those maneuvers. Fitzgerald keeping the pressure on, 57.7 seconds to go, so the bench is not indicating.
Cut him. I noticed. Same thing. Just.
Yep.
Okay, you're on sequence now.
Well, it looks to me like the West Deptford side is content to get a win here. Control the man. If you can get him down where he can get back points, you can go for it. But certainly no instructions to cut him loose. Fitzgerald in control on top.
Time running out, under 10 seconds. He's trying to lock it up here. Finally, we'll have enough time now, Coach.
Not at all.
No. 7-2 win for for Fitzgerald. Ties the match, 3-3.
Winner by decision for the Eagles, Max Fitzgerald.
1 bout apiece, 3 points apiece. 3-3 tie after 2 bouts.
Now wrestling at 189 pounds for the Panthers, Ben Swan. And for the Eagles, Rory Bonner.
There's a change at Boge. Freshman Rory Bonner against Ben Swan.
Rory Bonner.
We might see Jimmy Owens here. Not going to see it. I'm assuming they're going to move Owens to 215 maybe, and move Pacitti to heavyweight, you think?
They could very easily do that. They probably would stand a much better chance of winning both, as you see Swan spin behind and get the early takedown. Bonner, a freshman, as you mentioned, 4-3, and Ben Swan, a junior, has 5 wins but 17 losses. But just the fact he's a junior and Bonner is a freshman gives a little bit of an advantage to a wrestler who's been out there 22 times this year and is an upperclassman.
Both guys light 89 pounders. Swan 162.7, Bonner 171.7.
And they're wrestling at 189 pounds. Bonner's older brother, Sean, will be wrestling later. He's a 140-pounder at West Deptford. But this is Rory, the freshman.
Well, it looks like Jimmy Owens back there just stretching out, walking back and forth, warming up. Look at that, nice little reversal. We're tied at 2.
Good move by Bonner.
Oh, look out.
Oh, he's running a half, trying to run a half. If he grabs that far wrist and drives the half, he could turn his man over. They got a little bit off balance there, lost complete control, and has to give up and escape. Now it's 3-2 in favor of Swan.
Stay here.
And we'll go to the second period. 3-2 lead for Ben Swan, Collingswood. Ball is for West Deptford. They can get these three, 89-215 heavyweight, by making this change.
Certainly puts them in the driver's seat for big points at the top of the lineup. That was Collingswood's Achilles heel coming into the lineup, so to speak.
And it makes the heavyweight match, if we're right, Pacitti and King, a pretty good match.
A huge match, and they might have, I don't know if they wrestled each other last year or,
I'm looking at it.
or not. Might have been the older brother, Jerry Pacitti might have wrestled.
Yes, it was, Jerry Pacitti. And King won that 3-2.
Yeah.
Mike wrestled DiLiberto last year at 215.
Swan in control on top. Got a half in, grabbing the far wrist. If he drives it, he can get back points. Oh my. Trying to break the plane. He's got to count. Oh my.
Bonner's gonna get some back points.
Brother. Oh my. Huge move by Bonner, and he gets the pin.
How about the job by the freshman?
Wow.
Winner by the fall for the Eagles, Rory Bonner.
3 minutes and 6 seconds, the time of the fall. Huge pin
9-3 lead now.
by Bonner, the freshman.
Now wrestling at 215 pounds for the Panthers, Tyler Strickland. And for the Eagles, Jimmy Owens.
Owens and Strickland now.
You were correct. They're bumping everybody up. Strickland, a junior, 10 wins, 14 losses. Owens, a senior, headed for New Hampshire to play football, and he is unbeaten so far this year, 6-0. Spent a little time on the disabled list, but now prepping for the groups and the districts. Looked pretty healthy on that takedown.
Strickland trying to get out, not yet. You see Owens still has on to that leg.
Yep. And he's a strong youngster too, Owens. Of course, he was a joy to watch on the football field during his career.
What about the job Rory Bonner just did for West Deptford,
Oh,
Coach?
outstanding. Outstanding.
Found himself down 2-0 early, came back, got a reversal, down 3-2, and then picked up that pin.
And for a freshman who wrestling someone who has 22 varsity matches under his belt this year, Rory with limited varsity mat time.
Owens trying to lock it up.
7 total bouts, varsity bouts going in that match, and Bonner just showed a lot of persistence and a lot of desire. Bright future for him. Owens in control, draping himself over the back.
Oh, he's got to watch himself there, though.
Oh, he's rolling through.
Now he's got it.
Oh my. Oh, brother.
This is a pin.
Oh my.
Pin by Jimmy Owens, 15-3 West Deptford. We're going to take a break and come right back. Now, 15-3 West Deptford. We go to the heavyweight, Voj.
Mike Pacitti wrestling heavyweight for West Deptford, bumping up a senior, 15-3 this year. Third in the Egg Harbor Township tournament. He's lost to Gannon of the Lower Cape May, Haynes of Cinnaminson, and Curl of Paulsboro. The last two 1-point losses, second in the districts a year ago. Kevin King, 22-4 this year. First in the Camden County tournament, first in the Collingswood tournament, first in District 28 a year ago. His losses this year to Hinrichsen of Buna, 3-2 to Nick Conquest of Haddonfield, 3-2 to Merlin Cody of Northern. Excuse me, 2-1 to Cody. But both district place winners a year ago. King first in the district and Pacitti second in the districts. Pacitti weighed in at 215. Kevin King weighed in at 252. So King with a size advantage or a weight advantage. But both have been through a lot of wars before, so they're no stranger to tight competition. Good maneuvering by West Deptford coach John Craig to bump a couple of wrestlers up, and it paid huge dividends. Bonner, the insert, the freshman, getting a pin, and then Owens bumping up and getting a pin.
And I'm looking at the lineup for West Deptford. I see a lot of seniors from 71 down, all seniors, so it's nice when you can put a kid like Bonner in, get him some experience, and know that he's going to be there in the next 3 years.
Absolutely.
There's that pin, Voj.
See, Owens never panicked. He just rolled right through with it, and then when he rolled through, he had Strickland in deep trouble there. Just anchored him to the mat, got the fall. No score after one period with King and Pacitti. King in the down or defensive position.
And he gets escape.
Yep. Lots of excitement provided by Bonner and Owens.
We got some great individual matchups coming up too, Voj, still at 1-3, 135, 145. Just by name only, that looks pretty good.
Name and record, yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Got wrestlers coming in that have a minimal amount of losses between them. It's going to make for something exciting head-up bouts.
Somebody just delivered your lunch, Voj.
I see. 1-0. King with an escape to take a 1-0 lead over Pacitti of West Deptford.
Now you saw Pacitti, because didn't they move him up against Curl against in the Paulsboro match, right?
Yeah,
and I think that was a 3-1 match.
That was a one-pointer, I believe.
3-1, I believe. 3-1.
3-1. 3-1, 3-2. I knew it was
I
close.
didn't expect you to remember. You were there. I was.
I don't start picking on me. Just
There's 30 years you have on me, Voj.
This is kind of what you would expect between two wrestlers of this magnitude. But I don't think either one's going to be able to hold the other one down on the mat. So I think we're going to be looking at a 1-1 tie in the third period. And that's what we had in the opening match, where the Collingswood wrestler had to come back, Venanzi, and get a late takedown for a 3-2 win.
And we have an injury time on Collingswood. West Deptford High School, the final weekend of the regular season, playoffs getting started in just a couple days. Actually, when this airs, the playoffs will have started.
We'll have started Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in South Jersey. All the sections in the state go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Sunday of that week, the state team championships at the Rataco Center in Toms River North High School.
Okay, stay set, don't rock, set. All right, you're on sequence now.
I like the instructions that the official Mike Cockrell is giving out there. He reminds them, he asks the bottom man to get set, and then reminds them that we're going to go sequence.
Brings him down to the mat.
And when you do that, lift them in the air and come down, the first thing the official's going to look for is locking hands when they hit the mat, because if you put your arms around the body and lock your hands and pick them up off the mat, when they come down, you get quick reaction time. And if you're still locked hands after the reaction time is gone, then you're going to get hit with a penalty. Here's the stand up again, and you see locking hands on top, and if you don't take him to the mat, you're going to call for stalling. But when you do take him to the mat, you have to release those hands right away.
I got you, Voj.
I know.
Trucked in it, but I got you.
I know. Well, only a former wrestler would understand that, and you've become a pseudo.
Our director was a former wrestler.
Well, I guess they never got called for locking hands.
Under a minute left. We'll see if you're right, Voj. I still think we're going to see a tank down in the final minute.
I don't think so. I think this is going overtime. I think they want to give the fans an extra minute or two of a little overtime wrestling. We're dealing with two seniors here, very familiar with what it takes to wrestle in the upper weights. And you don't want to make a mistake, especially late in the period.
No stall warnings called either.
No.
I lied.
Double stall. Double stall warning.
So when first points scored, it doesn't matter because first points were already scored. But remember we had that come up in the Camden Catholic Eastern. I was trying to figure out how come the number was off, because we had
2 points scored
on a double stall.
On a double stall. But we had...
Told you, Voj, we go overtime.
But we have an escape here by King in the second period. That's the first point scored. Anyway, we're in overtime.
Okay, guys, 1 minute here. Take down wins the match.
1 minute, sudden victory here. First point in this period will determine the match. If we're still tied after this period, we go to a 2 30-second overtime periods. And if you score in a 30-second overtime period, you keep wrestling.
And remember now, a stall wins the match for the other wrestler.
Absolutely. Double stall warning has been given.
Unless it's a double stall.
And that'd be 1 point apiece. But this is a 1 minute period. And if there's no further scoring, we'll go to 2 30-second overtime periods. If it's still tied after that, you go to the tiebreaker 30-second period. All the media here today, I guess you noticed that. Bill Evans of the Gloucester County Times, Bill Iezzi of the Enquirer, Don Benevento of the Courier Post.
I did notice the New York Times and the also here, Boston Globe just walking in.
St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
You did say all the press. Here we go.
All right, this is
30 seconds, right?
This is the first 30-second overtime period.
Stay here. 30 seconds.
Fix the clock. There we go.
That's 30, right?
That's 30. 30.0 up on the board. First choice of West Deptford. He'll take down or defensive position. Now King's objective here is to try and ride him for that 30 seconds.
He's got to bring him right back down to the mat. You got to watch. There's locking hands.
Yeah, you got to be very, very careful.
Of course, we just talked about that, and you can see Vince Layton on the bench, a little upset at that.
Yep. But, you know, they have to remember, too, when two big men like this, if you take them to the mat, you are given a reaction time. There's the best thing to do. Pick up an ankle, lift it high, and drive.
You see the clock on the screen. 10.7.
And King can't really just drop back on the ankle and get in a stalling position because he's been warned for stalling. So he's got to try and break his man down.
He's got to bring him right back down here. He's got to watch, and here he goes. Pacitti, can he get out? No.
Good job by King of a full ride. So we're still 1-1. Collingswood will be down. If he gets an escape, now if he gets an escape, they still have to wrestle the rest of that 30 seconds.
Yes, they do.
So it's not a sudden victory move here.
And remember, with the stall, he can't go running either.
Right.
And there's the escape.
You got to keep wrestling. They have to wrestle out the rest of the 30 seconds.
Pacitti's got a skill in the attack because he can.
Oh my. Oh my. There's a stall against
We got a tie match.
Got it tied up again.
Wow.
Stay there, stay there.
So we're now 2-2. We're going to go to a 30-second tiebreaker.
First points, Collingswood, right?
Yes.
Well, of course, he's going to take down.
Collingswood will take down in the tiebreaker. You haven't seen this all year, have you?
No, I've been to a lot of matches. Well, I've been to a number of matches. I define a lot, but I've been to some pretty good matches. I go when I know they're going to be good. 30 seconds. Clock set for 10.
Yeah. It's because Billy Moore is trying to figure out how to operate that thing. There we go. 30 seconds. This is the tiebreaker. And if he gets out, it's over right away. Happened to Joey Duca in the state finals last year.
Pacitti just trying to grab onto that leg.
And if Pacitti rides him before, there it is. Clock's still running, but it automatically stops at that point.
Winner by decision for the Panthers, Kevin King.
3-2, final score on a tiebreaker.
Let's see what's going on. We have a little discussion over here. Hamrik.
Now wrestling at 103 pounds for the Panthers, Tony Giancola. And for the Eagles, Tyler Kaminski.
Couldn't hear the official. So let's listen in. We can't hear him. Must have lost him there. Pretty good one here, votes 103, Kaminski and Giancola.
Tony Giancola, a sophomore from Collingswood, 23-3 this year. First in the Camden County tournament, second in the Collingswood tournament. Huge losses, or key losses. Ricky Carter, Washington Township, Nick Nastasi of Cherokee, Brendan Flick of Morristown. His opponent, Tyler Kaminski, 16-2. Second in the Egg Harbor Township tournament. Lost to a wrestler from Lower Cape May and Gatinella of St. Augustine. We were here for that one. Both wrestlers I've seen a couple times this year. Both been very impressive for little guys. Giancola, sophomore from Collingswood, 36 career wins. Kaminski's career wins equal what he's earned this year because he's only a freshman, 16-2. Kaminski keeping pressure on the head. Keep that head force down. You can spin behind sometimes. Oh, my.
Takedown for Kaminski, yes or no? They wave it off.
Yep. Very, very close to a takedown, but did not secure the ride. Was in position to secure it, didn't quite secure it. Oh my. Spins behind there and gets the takedown. Great spin behind by Kaminski. Quick as a cat. Or
or at least as a quick cat.
Or as a young Mondelli. In your heyday, you were pretty quick.
I was quick. Not on the mat, but I was quick. Oh, look out.
Giancola trying to roll through and get a reversal.
Trying to pop that head out and get
Yep.
Yep, just got to pop his head.
Yep. Here comes the arm over the back. He pops the head, as you said. Gets a reversal with 4 seconds to go. Another late points.
There's a point for West Deptford. Did not look down. It was a penalty point.
Yep.
Jamming the head down, it looked like, after the whistle.
So West Deptford with a 3-2 lead.
It's a big point there, Voj.
Huge point at this point.
15-6, the team score. West Deptford leads. We started at 160. Caution on Collingswood.
Kaminski with thoughts of throwing a leg in. Kaminski a good job on top of control. Not giving Giancola any breathing room. Neither wrestler could do anything to advance their position, so they get a stalemate call. Giancola again trying to sit through, trying to a switch series. Spins around the opposite way. No control yet. He can get an escape out of this, but I don't think he can get the reversal.
He's not going to get anything, is he?
He's
Did he get the
get
one?
an escape, yeah, because they were head to head. And we're tied at 3.
But Giancola looks like a point scorer from the bottom, Coach. But there's Kaminski right on that leg.
Right in on that ankle again.
Going to finish off.
Giancola, good job of blocking it. Kaminski very aggressive for a freshman. You saw when they went out of bounds there. He has to keep his balance because he could get put on his back when he go out of bounds like that. Now, Kaminski tried to spin.
Gotta watch.
Yeah, tried to spin behind that time, and he got his leg caught as he was trying to spin behind. Giancola, he's got the reversal. If he drives him back, he can get back points. Has to settle for just a reversal. Excuse me, takedown.
Now he's looking for some back points.
Now he's looking for back
points. Ran out of time.
Another 1 count. But a 5-3 lead.
Yep. Kaminski's choice. Takes bottom.
Nice perseverance that time by Giancola to get the takedown and a 5-3 lead.
Kaminski trying to reach behind and grab onto the leg.
And then sits out on it, so he's going to come face to face. He's going to get a neutral.
Gets it there. 5-4.
Now the takedown becomes huge. .127 left. Giancola leading by a point. Takedown will be huge.
Running out of room on the line there.
Yeah, very, very, very close to getting a takedown there because he reached and had an ankle pick. They're going to get a caution here on West Deptford. Too quickly a start in a neutral position. That's the first caution for West Deptford. Collingswood also has a caution. Oh my, ankle pick, cross ankle pick.
Nothing.
Kaminski fought his way out of it. Good move by Kaminski. Oh my, oh my. Huge takedown. Kaminski with a 6-5 lead. Now Giancola has to explode off the bottom. He's got to get at least a point to tie it up. Needs a fresh start. Out of bounds they go.
Well, it looks like Kaminski might be hurt. Remember that point at the end of the first period, that penalty point?
Yes. It's huge right now. It was for unnecessary roughness on Giancola.
There's a caution.
Caution on Collingswood. That's the second caution. Next caution would be a point.
Then we take a look at John Craig, head coach, West Deptford.
Yep.
21 seconds.
Okay, and a reminder to Giancola, he's got 2 cautions so far. Giancola's got to turn in a hurry. There comes the turn. Can he get a escape or reverse? He's trying to come out the back door.
Not going to have enough time.
He's going to run out of
Kaminski's
time.
just get those legs where he needs them. He's going to pick up a 6-5 win.
My.
Winner by decision for the Eagles, Kaminski.
18-6 now.
Great job by Kaminski throwing the legs in there right at the end. Threw the boots in and
Now
paid off.
wrestling at 112 pounds for the Panthers, Daley. And for the Eagles, Zuzulock.
112, Daley, Zuzulock.
Zuzulock is a sophomore, 9-6 this year. His opponent, Daley, a freshman, 8-12.
And there's the takedown for Zuzulock.
Got a penalty infraction. I didn't see what the penalty was. The infraction, but 1 point for Collingswood. Oh my.
This could be 6.
Oh my, Zuzulock. Oh my. Up. Daley fought out of it. Five to 1.
Look at the job Zuzulock did against Paulsborough. He lost in overtime to Zold.
Right.
So you look at that record, 9-6, a little deceiving.
Yes. He's got almost like a guillotine move on here. Very, very hard to pin a guy with that, but he can get lots of back points. If he leans back, he's going to, I think he's going to run out of pinning room because of the out of bounds line. But another 3-point near fall.
Donnie Daley, just a freshman.
And an impressive freshman.
8-1. Trails right now, though. You know, you look down that Collingswood lineup, a young team, too. And the 3 seniors, Kazalio, Haristston, and King. Three more. It's 11-1.
I don't see a Daley on the weigh-in chair. This might be David Parker out there.
No, this is Zuzulock.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Zuzulock and
Okay.
Daley.
Yeah, Zuzulock. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong sheet.
It's okay, Voj. That's why I'm here. So reversal, 13-1. We're looking at a tech fall possibly, unless he can get a pin. Here we go.
Oh my.
Either way, it's going to be over.
Yeah, if Daley gets off his back here, he's going to lose by technical fall. The 3 points are imminent. There it is.
There's the tech fall. We're going to take a break. 5 more points for West Deptford. It is now 23-6. We'll be right back. Okay, Village 119, Lewis and Parker.
Yeah, now Parker comes up. He's a senior. He's 9-5 for West Deptford, and
Dante Lewis, a freshman, looking for his first win of the year.
Dante is no win so far this year, 0-8. So he's got his work cut out, as if some of them haven't so far.
And look at Parker, not wasting any time.
Oh my. It's like a shark around a wounded fish.
I've heard that somewhere before.
Oh my.
I actually read it somewhere before. It was a courier column back in the 80s, Voj. You used to use that word in your columns, that term in your columns.
Quick 5-0 lead for Parker. David Parker missed a couple of matches with an injury, so that's why his record is only 9-5. 2 points for another near fall. Now 7-0 in favor of Parker.
Of course, Jim Hatzel usually at 19 for Collingswood. Did they expect him back this year, Voj, or we don't know?
I was talking with Coach Hamrik before we got started tonight, and he's had an injury and illness, and he's coming out. He has started practicing again, but coach chose not to use him in this match because they have the groups next week. And you want him to get as much more practice time as he can because the groups are very important. Oh my, look at Parker. Got his opponent on his back again, got more near fall points. Tried to throw legs in and missed, but he got a near fall and he gave up an escape.
Ten to 1. West Deptford trying to get a little revenge for the last couple years. I mean, it was a close match in the 06-07 season. In 2006, 32-30. But the last couple years, Collingswood has won 10 out of the 14 and 11 out of the 14 matches.
Yeah, Collingswood has really done well. And the impressive thing about West Deptford, right from the get-go this year, from the St. Augustine match on, they're very aggressive. Very aggressive in the Paulsboro match. 2-2, that sequence, a takedown and a near fall.
14 points in the first period for Parker. West Deptford saying take top because we're going to try for the pin.
Caution on West Deptford, not putting the palm on the elbow.
There we go. He's got it this time, Voge.
Oh my, he's got a tight
That's
half.
it, right? Oop.
Tight half.
There it is.
Gets the fall. 12 seconds into the period.
Winner by a fall for the Eagles, David Parker.
Quickly putting this match out of reach, yes.
29-6, and West Deptford favored in this
Now
one.
wrestling at 125 pounds for the Panthers, Peni. And for the Eagles, Donald Dennis.
Here we go, Voge.
It's through the tight half and right there, and he's going to actually stack him up on the shoulders. Right there, if he holds him there, he gets the call. Donald Dennis, a senior from West Deptford, 16-2 this year, 69 career wins. Losses this year with the Zuzulock of Gateway and to Duke of Paulsboro. Peni, a sophomore, 14-12 this year. Dennis definitely the advantage in this bout.
Yeah, his two losses to former state place winners, or returning state place winners, I should say.
Yeah. Duke is second in the state last year. Zuzulock placed in the state, what, fourth last year?
Yeah, you're going to ask me
Fourth
for that
or fifth,
one.
yeah.
But he placed, and he'll be there again this year.
Oh, yes, he will. He's having a super year so far.
Both of those wrestlers, Duke and Zuzulock, were unbeaten.
Yep, and Zuzulock will be at 119 pounds in the districts, Duke at 125. Bookend warriors. As you mentioned, both unbeaten. Both committed to college next year. Zuzulock to Ryder and Duke to Indiana.
Takedown for Dennis, 2-0 lead.
I was very impressed with West Deptford in their dual meet against Paulsboro. Full house that night and some really tight matches, but the aggressiveness of West Deptford is just fun to watch. They're very, very aggressive on the mat.
Dennis starting to work it, get some back points.
Oh my.
Not going to have enough time for the pin, is he?
Nope. He'll run out of time, but he's going to pick up some points. Two back points. 4-0 lead.
That's your choice, Red.
Vogt, you should be celebrating a birthday anytime now, right?
I'm celebrating it with you tonight.
Is it tonight?
No, it's coming up in a couple of days.
What's the date on that one, Vogt?
February 7th.
Give me a number. What's the number?
It's above 50.
Yeah. That was pretty good standing there. I'm shocked. Our director, shout out. I knew it was February. I knew it was early because we're working. It seems like I'm always working on your birthday, which means you change the date every year.
Well, and there's special times too, because you always get a chance to go out somewhere. And our anniversary this year, I took my wife out to dinner.
And then West Deptford,
to the West Deptford Haddonfield wrestling match.
If I pulled that off, Vogt, I'd be at a divorce attorney the next day. If I tried to pull that off.
That is correct. You would be to a divorce lawyer.
Yes, I would. Yeah. And you're going to be 70 in a year too. Is that a little? How do you feel about that?
Just another day.
Just a number.
Just another day.
I'd like to know where the truck's getting that information. Now they know more about you than I do, Vogt. There we go. Vogt's expecting a birthday card, but letting the pit truck know your birthday.
Absolutely.
They're actually selling chili dogs out in the hallway, by the way. It's 4-0. Let's not forget why we're here. Dennis in control of this match. Peni taking a shot. Look at Dennis, how in control he is.
But you know, Peni took the shot. Dennis capitalized. He countered it. Now he gets a takedown, but he's very close to back point, getting the back points.
9-7.
He's got at least 2.
That's 2.
And he gets it.
And an 8-0 lead. Oh my. Dennis putting the pressure on now. Oh, brother.
3, 4, 5.
It should be 11-0 now, right?
That's correct.
Of course, everybody looking forward to the 135 match. Hamrik 25-2, Spectre 17-1, and then at 145, Haristston 26-0, Raldi 26-1, and Raldi 18-0.
Okay, stay set now. Don't rock. You're on.
And Peni will start on the bottom in this period. Dennis needs 4 points for a tech fall. Peni gets the escape. So a takedown and a 3-point near fall would lock it up for Dennis, but Penisi's not going to quit out there. He went right in for the takedown. Peni again takes a shot, gets in on the single, tries to switch off to a double. Donald Dennis countered it and stayed out of trouble. That's why Dennis is 16-2 this year with 69 career wins. Dennis the aggressor. Well, actually, Peni has also been aggressive. Someone trailing by 10 points, he's still coming forward on the neutral position. Dennis tries to get in on a single, tries to get to the side. Peni controlling the head, though.
Dennis not wrestling in this match last year. He wrestled a couple years ago at 125 as a sophomore to Rich Peni, who won the match by fall.
Down to the last 15 seconds of regulation. Peni again, still firing away, trying to get a takedown. Dennis countering him, got the legs in, gets control. 2 more points.
33-6 West Deptford now.
For the Eagles, Donald Dennis.
Major decision for Donald Dennis, 13-1.
Now wrestling at 130 pounds for the Panthers, Nick Kazalio. And for the Eagles, Josh Gilliano.
Gilliano and Kazalio.
Kazalio of Collingswood, a senior, 19-8 this year. 3rd in the Collingswood tournament. His opponent, Josh Gilliano, 12-6 this year, and he's a junior. Both teams headed for the playoffs during sectional week. Collingswood will be hosting Woodstown on a Monday night. The winner to Haddonfield on a Wednesday night. Burlington Township will be visiting West Deptford on a Monday night. The winner to Daley on Wednesday night. Exciting time of the year.
Remember, Haddonfield Collingswood wrestled earlier this year, and Haddonfield won that match 39-24. So takedown. Kazalio. And West Deptford losing the Haddonfield by criteria 29-28.
And those comparative scores led you to believe coming in that West Deptford would be favored in this match. And they're not disappointing anyone.
They set. Don't forget, there's a break there, right? I say set and go.
Collingswood with the caution.
Okay.
Even though the officials are telling the wrestlers
there's a break.
down in the
Listen for
locker
that whistle.
room
Let me see your lip.
that they're going to follow
We got
the
blood
book
time?
procedure. And the
Blood
book
time?
procedure is we get a blood timeout. The book procedure is for the official to get the bottom man set first. And when he's completely still, top man can then get on, and he's supposed to put his head in the center of the back, his hand around the belly button, to the belly button, and his other hand behind the elbow. And then there's a set pause, and the official usually says set before he blows the whistle, and if you jump that whistle, you're going to hit with a caution. And of course, everybody knows by now, even you, Mondelli, you're allowed 2 cautions before there's a penalty point given.
That is correct. Do want to mention
A
in the
caution point.
Exactly. In the crowd today, hanging out there in the corner, Clyde Folsom, the successful head coach of the West Deptford football program, hanging there in the back. Where is that, Paulsboro Red, or is that Rutgers Scarlet?
Well, that's Paulsboro Red, because
Rutgers.
Paulsboro beat him in the game this year, and Clyde has a little bet with my wife that he'll wear red until they beat Paulsboro next year.
Nothing like being objective, Voj. Getting back to that comparative scores, which is not always easy to do, because if you remember, Voj, West Deptford put it to St. Augustine 33-18, and then 8 days later, St. Augustine beat Haddonfield 33-24.
Yes. That's a perfect example of not using that for overemphasis.
Right.
Escape
Sometimes
by West Deptford.
Sometimes the only thing you have to go by, though.
Well, that's true, and that's where you can get into trouble sometimes, thinking one team's superior to the other. But it's all matchups. It's all the coin toss. Who has to put the man out in the mat first? Little spin behind move.
Nothing yet, though.
Nothing yet. Locking up on the, try to lock up on the near side. He's got the leg in there. I think that's control. That is, give 2 points given for the control.
Now 4-1. But we'll look out. We're going to have a reversal.
There's the reversal, as you called it.
Stole that one at the buzzer. Gilliano.
Yep, and late points like that are killers.
There's Clyde Folsom.
You reverse. Okay, it's 4-3.
I thought I have 4-3. I was going to say scoreboard had 5-4, but it is 4-3. There's Clyde.
No.
Yep.
Clearly
Never
says
broke.
Rutgers on that shirt, by the way, Voj.
Yeah, but those are Paulsboro colors. Red in any fashion.
Yeah.
Whether it's the scarlet of Rutgers University.
Actually
By the
had
way, they're having a great year too. Rutgers not only have a good football season, went to a bowl game, but they're having a very good wrestling season as well.
Scott Goodell, the former head coach at Jackson High School and wrestler there, is now the head coach at Rutgers, doing a great job and a great job recruiting in New Jersey.
And was voted into the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame. When he wrestled, he was in District 25, which was assigned to Region 7 at that time. So people wonder how he could get in the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame. He won 4 district titles in South Jersey and 2 regional titles. Never won a state title in New Jersey. Won on the Lock Haven, qualified for the Nationals 3 times. And of course was a highly successful coach at Jackson Memorial, where he graduated from.
Of course, the most famous wrestler out of Jackson was at one time, Rob Johnson, until Scott Winston came along.
Absolutely, and Scott Winston's on the roster at Rutgers. He's redshirting this year. But Rob Johnson was a great wrestler, but he also was a great soccer player.
Yes, he was.
There you got a reversal.
Kazalio with the reversal.
Yeah.
Yep, 6-3 now.
Of course, there's some very good wrestlers this year from South Jersey. You see a neutral called, who are going out of state next year, including Baldessaro of Eastern going to Iowa.
Kiefer and Duca going to Indiana. You talked about Zeisloff staying local at Ryder.
Right. Kiefer from Eastern. And Stinson from Eastern going to Penn State with Cale Sanderson.
6-4 match here.
But it's great to see there's 5 standout wrestlers in South Jersey who are going to be on the collegiate level starting next year.
You all right? You all right?
Kazalio banged up his hand a little bit. It's going to continue. I know we talked to Taylor Walsh from Camden Catholic a couple weeks ago, still waiting for his call, right, Voj?
Yes. Yep. He has not made a decision at this point.
Can he get 2? No. We go back to the center.
Yep. And there'll be some more wrestlers, I'm sure, coming up at the state tournament who are going to start making some decisions. Zach Greenwald, the outstanding 2-sport star at Paulsboro, has opted to give a verbal commitment to Sacred Heart to play football on the collegiate level.
And Jimmy Owens, who we saw earlier, another one of those great 2-sport athletes.
And he's going to go to New Hampshire. Oh, nice move.
Gilliano trying to get a takedown, but nice job by Kazalio.
Yep, he blocked the attempt. 6-4 the score for Kazalio. A couple tight matches have turned into wide open matches for the West Deptford wrestlers.
And obviously just losing 2 matches by decision, one of them in the tiebreaker,
yes.
Sudden death.
Gilliano with an escape to close it to 1 point, 6-5. Nice duck under attempt. Gilliano was up to it and countered. Kazalio's got to be getting frustrated because he has been in on a possible takedown a couple times now, and Gilliano's fought him off. frustration building out there.
Still a tight match, too. I mean, this is a one-point match.
Yep. Well, the one thing I see increasingly in the West Deptford wrestlers since the beginning of the season, right up to tonight, is they are super aggressive and they don't stop wrestling out there. Bench letting Gilliano know you're down to the last 32 seconds of the match. The takedown, you can win it. Kazalio trying to control the head. Kazalio's got to be careful. Backing up early, and if he keeps backing up, he'll get hit with a stall warning.
Stay here, guys.
Just remind him to stay in there in the center circle. Giuliano, I think, is going to run out of time.
So Kazalio picks up a win. It's now 33-9. We'll take a break, come back, and have the last few matches after this timeout. 33-9, and here's one of our feature matches in the night, Voj, Hamrik and Spectre.
135 pounds. Eric Hamrik, the son of the coach of Collingswood, a junior, 25-2 this year, 90 career wins. First in the Camden County tournament, third in the Collingswood tournament. He lost to James Higgins of Washington Township 7-4, and he lost to Wayne Stinson of Northern Burlington 5-1. Second in the districts last year. First in the district, second 2 years ago in the district, first in the district last year. His opponent, Drew Spectre, a junior from West Deptford, 17-1. His lone loss was in the Egg Harbor Township tournament where he lost to Zach Cohen of Williamstown. He also was a district champion last year. So you have a battle of district champions going on. And they combined 3 wins between the two wrestlers, 3 losses rather, between the two wrestlers.
Expect this one to be a low scoring vote, like 3-2, or are you looking like 6-5, something like that? What do you think out of this match?
Well, I don't think either wrestler is going to get more than 5 or 6 points against each other, so maybe a 6-5, 6-4 match, possibly. They're both high quality wrestlers. And one of the ones we circled coming into the match, hoping that they would meet each other. And here they are.
Well, we're scoreless so far.
In a feeling out period, you start off with the wrestlers having this kind of records. These kind of records, you want to not make a mistake early and fall into some kind of a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Of course, Eric Hamrick's been in the lineup, I think, all 3 years now. And his brother was a very good wrestler in the lineup 2 years ago.
Scoreless first period.
Following his brother's footsteps.
Did not know that, Voj.
Hamrik takes the bottom or down position, the defensive position. Right up to his feet, tries to establish some kind of hand control. They did a forward roll that time. Not quite a Granby. Granby got to go across your shoulders. Oh my.
Fresh start.
Fresh start, but Spectre trying to get the near side cradle before they went out of bounds. Best defense against the cradle is to keep your head up and keep moving. Put your head down and don't move. A good cradle man will get you locked up in a cradle. Stand up and escape.
Or pin the guy early, and then you don't have to worry about getting yourself in trouble, Vogt.
Well, that's always a good solution.
1-0 Hamrik.
Caution on West Deptford. Good to see one of West Deptford's finest in blue here tonight, Tony Scarrato.
His son gave us a lot of great times on
Certainly did.
TV.
At West Deptford on the football field, and of course at Penn State.
Late in the season, wasn't he signed by the Giants practice squad, I think, late in the season, I think, in football?
I believe so. I asked Tony before we came in how he's doing, where he is. He's out in the Lancaster area and working out with some of the Penn State guys who, with the upcoming draft coming up, got blood time.
It's going to be a quiet sports scene, high school sports scene this weekend, Vogt, with the snow canceling mostly all major sporting events.
Yeah.
Or high school sporting events, I should say. But here it's been all West Deptford. They lead 33-9. We're at 135 pounds. Started at 160.
And just reviewing a little bit, back in 2000, West Deptford was in Group 3 back then. And they beat Daley in the South Jersey Group 3 semifinals, 41-29. Beat Oakcrest 37-23 in the South Jersey finals. Beat North Hunterton 25-24 in the state semifinals in Group 3. And won the Group 3 state championship with a 34-28 win over Sparta. Since that time.
That team, by the way, Vogt, coached by Ralph Ross, who's got his Washington Township team on a nice run, #2 in South Jersey. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who think that they might be the top team. And I guess after the group playoffs, we'll have a better idea. I mean, Absegami in Group 4 has already wrestled Paulsboro. Paulsboro going up probably, a lot of people think, against Haddonfield again. And we saw what Haddonfield did to Camden Catholic. So that makes that Paulsboro win against Haddonfield, I think, more impressive, and especially in the manner that they did it.
Yes, and the next one, as we saw with Haddonfield and West Deptford, could be that close the next time they meet. They're familiar with each other, and the second time around, it's very, very hard to dominate somebody the second time. They know you, you know them. There'll be a lot of close matches, just like this one. This is a 1-0 match with 20 seconds to go in the second period.
No takedowns yet. We head into the third period. Just the escape by Hamrik here in the second.
Back in 2008, when both teams were in the playoffs, West Deptford and Collingswood. West Deptford in Group 2, they got to the semifinals before losing to Daley. And Collingswood, that was the year that Collingswood dethroned Paulsboro. They beat them in the South Jersey finals, 34-31. Lost in the state, they won the state semifinal against Roselle Park and lost in the state finals, 31-30 to Kittatinny.
Here we go, third period.
Spectre on the bottom, trying to get away from Hamrik. Feature match, one we were looking forward to. Hamrik's got a nice build for a 135-pounder. He's got nice height.
Quarterback on the football team.
Yeah, very, very aggressive wrestler.
Just got to bring Spectre down.
Yep. Well, you see, and as long as Spectre keeps fighting him like that, you can't call Hamrik for stalling. Spectre 135.8 weighing in, and Hamrik 136.4. Of course, it's a 135-pound weight class, but it's a 137 is the weight limit now because of the 2-pound growth allowance given 2 weeks ago. Hamrik trying to bar that arm. Reaches across the belly, grabs the wrist, tries to bar the arm. If he keeps him out on the mat, he can possibly get a tilt situation.
49 seconds. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of time if you're Spectre, and probably seems like a lifetime if you're Hamrik.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, nice job of riding on top. Even 6'5" seemed like a outlandish guess now, huh? 1-0. Well, you were right. Low scoring is what you decide. They got to be careful here because of the way he brought him down.
I got illegal here.
Illegal. That's going to be cost him a point. Big
That's
point.
going to cost him a point because of the bring him down shoulder first. You watch the replay, you'll see he takes him off the mat, doesn't bring him back safely, and that's why the call's made.
Now, if you have him in control, I mean, if you don't let him go and bring him down, you still have to watch how you bring him down.
Yes.
There's the point.
And there's
Now
the
it's
escape.
2-1. Hamrik trying to get that takedown now. More urgency now.
Absolutely. 22.4 to go. Hamrik in a desperate situation here. The Spectre can stall, but he does the right thing. He's aggressive. He's locking up, but he's not backing right off the mat.
And Spectre's going to win this one.
Wow.
Winner by decision for the Eagles, Drew Spectre.
It's going to cost probably Collingswood a point there, too.
Yep.
Let's listen in.
Collingswood, 1 team point.
1 team point.
What is it?
One station like Collins.
1 team point deduction.
Should be 36-8 now, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Here's that, folks. Here's that call. Here's that
Yeah,
point.
watch him take him
questionable
off the
point.
mat here. Take him off the mat. Watch how he brings him back. Going to bring him back shoulder first from above the waist. Definitely a slam.
Sean Bonner and Irwin, I guess. Did not hear the other wrestler.
Hold on, guys. Relax.
Alex Irwin.
And this is the second Bonner we're going to see. The other Bonner won, and now we have Sean Bonner. Alex Irwin, 13-10 on the season.
Only a freshman, too.
And Sean Bonner, a junior, 15-4 in the season. Both are wrestlers from Lenape, Patterson, St. Augustine, and Penns Grove, second in the Egg Harbor Township tournament.
Last year, Bonner wrestled at 130 in this match, lost to Hamrik by major, 13-0.
I thought the score was 2-1. Scoreboard showing 2-0.
Well, if there's two and they're both standing, there's got to be one.
I would think. Initial takedown was West Deptford.
There's the one. Working from some back points. He was working for the back points off of the takedown. Only gets to 2.
Just helping the media out a little bit. Come over and ask where the team point went that was deducted.
Make sure you write that in as hours. Alex Irwin, just a freshman, 13 wins his initial year. Bonner, as we talked about, the junior with 15. 4-2, getting another 2 right here. It's now 6-2. So Bonner leads 6-2 as we go into period number 2.
Good choice, Green.
36-8, West Deptford.
Read the first. Right, take
You know, you look at the score vote, and it's all West Deptford, but you look at some of the matches we saw. We saw Pacitti, King at heavyweight, a great match. We saw the great match at 103, Giancola and Kaminski. We just saw that Bonner Hamrik match. We have at Haristston a Raldi match coming up next,
which should provide as much excitement as the match between Hamrik and Spectre.
I think there'll be a lot more scoring that one.
I think they're a little bit wilder, yes. Oh my.
There's a .63,
oh my.
But look at that. How about that? Irwin gets 2, so it's 6-5, picking up 3 points in a matter of about 5-6 seconds.
And makes it a 1-point bout.
I think sometimes you become a little complacent when you get a big lead.
Yes.
See if that's a wake-up call for Bonner.
Yeah, look for him to come off the bottom. If he's going to stay in control, he's got to come off the bottom. Did a little roll through, the semblance of a Granby, not exactly a Granby, but he got a neutral to get another point. Oh my. Another takedown for West Deptford. That's the 4th takedown he's had, and he's got back points. He drives the half through. Well, he takes the 3-point near fall. And a 12-5 lead. Tried to get the cradle on as they were going out of bounds, ran out of mat space. But Bonner with a big 12-5 lead at this point.
West Deptford winning 8 of the 11 weight classes.
Kind of thought walking in it'd be a little bit closer.
Well, you know, you look at 103.
Yep.
You look at 135. Both of those penalty points, both after the whistle, in 1-point matches.
Stay set, you're on.
Still West Deptford leads big, but
yes,
you know, a little more competitive.
Yep. Nice move by Bonner coming off the bottom. If he pops his head here, he will get 2. There's the 2.
16-5, looking for back point, or 14-5, I should say.
And back points are going to be coming. They're imminent. Didn't hold him there long enough. Got a 1 count. Couldn't get the 2 count. Got a little bit sloppy there, got a little bit high, and he gave up the escape. 13-6, still major decision territory because it's an 8-point differential. Irwin had the initial shot. Bonner able to counter it. Still no control. If he spins behind, gets a takedown.
Another win for West Deptford.
Winner by major decision for the Eagles, Sean Bonner.
2 weight classes to go. It's all Eagles, 40-8.
Yeah, that was a major decision.
For the Panthers,
Ryan Haristston, 1 loss on the season.
And for the Eagles,
Raldi unbeaten.
Haristston, a senior, 26-1, 88 career wins. First in the Camden County tournament, second in the Collingswood tournament. His loss was to Shakir of Bordentown. 2-time second in Region 7, 130 pounds in 2008, 140 pounds last year. Second in District 28 in 2008, and a district champion a year ago. Nick Raldi, a senior as well, 18-0, 67 career wins. First in the Egg Harbor Township and first in District 29 a year ago. So 2 quality 145 pounders.
$40-8, Moj. Impressive by West Deptford. I sort of think sort of lulling the crowd to sleep. And by the way, we talked about that loss for Haristston.
Yes.
Just to tell you how good Shakir is, he wrestled Taylor Walsh the other night, losing 3-0, so he hung in there with Walsh. So Hariston's only loss is obviously to a pretty good wrestler.
Oh, an outstanding wrestler. Outstanding wrestler. You know, you very seldom hear big names from Bordentown and Burlington Township, Willingboro, because their teams aren't really that outstanding.
Well, you look at Scott and then Green over at Willingboro.
Yes.
2 really good wrestlers are probably going to place in the state of New Jersey.
Yes. As a fact, because I think Green wrestled in that All-Star meet. I don't know if Scotton did. I can't remember now, but Green won in that state All-Star meet. And what Haristston can't do here is get overexcited or too anxious, because you saw the aggressiveness that Hamrik showed, and it backfired on him because of the slam that was called, and rightfully so it was called. Anytime you take a wrestler off the mat, especially at as high as your hips, and bring him back, you got to bring him back safely. If you drive him down shoulder first, you're going to get called.
This is an interesting test, though, for Raldi, too, Voj, because last year these two wrestled each other at 140, and Haristston majored to Raldi 17-7, so kind of a gauge on how far Raldi's come from last year.
Yes, and Raldi kept improving last year as the season went on, and then winning a district title at the end. 10-point differential last year, and here after a period they're tied up 0-0.
A lot of scoring in this match, just like I predicted.
Low scoring.
That's not what I said.
No.
There's an escape, 1-0 Haristston.
Now, I thought we'd see a little bit more scoring here. I really did. Both wrestlers are very aggressive wrestlers who can get back points on you. Notice Raldi lowering his level out there when they're in neutral position, and
did he get the takedown?
Missed it. Ran out of room. But notice how he lowers his level out there, and that could happen to have something to do with when they wrestled last year.
Maybe pick something up off that tape. Maybe they watched the tapes.
Yep. Review where your mistakes were. Raldi being the aggressor. Oh my. Booth, cat quick out there.
Said this a couple times, no takedowns yet, just an escape. A lot of tight matches and these really good matchups.
Well, we see the same thing we saw with King and Pacitti. That went all the way to 8.5 minute mark. This could be headed the same way.
And it makes that 103-pound match between Kaminski and Giancola seem like a high-scoring affair at 6'5".
Right. Oh,
my. Raldi, can he spin around and get the takedown? He got it. Big takedown at the buzzer. Wow.
Oh, my. That came with about 2.5 seconds to go.
2-1 in his choice. And that's going to force Haristston to be put on the aggressive. And he's just going to give it up right now in 3-1. So he's going to have to get at least one takedown. Maybe two if he decides that he can hold a Raldi down for the entire time. Depends on when it comes. So 3-1 leader Raldi. Unbeaten. 18-0. Haristston 26-1.
And when you're as good as Raldi is, and you know the opponent needs a takedown for the win, you can be a better defensive wrestler out there. You got to mix it up, but you can counter a lot of shots.
We're going to go back to the center. January 5th, 2009, the night at the last time these two teams wrestled, and we talked about it. 17-7. Haristston beat Raldi. It's a little different right now. 3-1, blood time.
Yep, Raldi with the advantage because he has the 2-point lead. So therefore, he can counter whatever shots Hariston's going to take. And you saw it almost backfired there right before the blood timeout because Haristston went for that headlock and got it and would have been curtains inside the mat, but it was outside the mat.
But
they were outside
the mat. That's why you wrestle inside.
Yep. Well, there are two quality wrestlers here, just like the Hamrik match. You had two quality wrestlers go at it, Hamrik and Spectre. Spectre certainly having people set up and take notice. The wrestlers have been warned to stay in the center of the mat. That means Raldi has to keep taking some semblance of shots. And we're down under a minute to go in regulation, so Haristston has to keep taking shots. Haristston in on the single. He's got the single. Oh my, nice move, nice move.
Got the takedown.
Oh,
now what do you do, Boj?
I think you try and ride him out.
You do, huh?
Yep.
What do you think he's going to do? I think the fact that he... Well, we'll see. I'll say this is one of those 5-second things. Wait and see. If you don't think you can get him, you cut him.
Well, there are no warnings yet. There's no stalling warning, so with 30 seconds to go, you can let him stand up and try and stay behind him, try and stay in control. And if you don't get him back to the mat, it's only going to be a warning. It's not going to be a point.
But he's got to attempt at bringing him back down to the mat. I don't think he's doing that there.
Well, you can't let the guy go. When you let him go, he's going to get an automatic escape.
Right.
So as he starts to get away, you got to drop down on the legs and see if you can't get him to the mat that way.
Well, obviously now with 20 seconds. Caution on Collingswood.
Well, that's his first caution. Well, it explodes off the bottom.
There's the escape. Clock was
about another second ran off the clock. And
yeah, it looked like he lost a second. I did.
Yeah.
I was going to say, clock's still running.
Yep.
Haristston trying to get that takedown at the end. We'll see. 5-4.
Oh, my.
Does he get it?
Oh,
no.
my, overhook in.
Yeah. West Deptford's going to hold on now. He can just back up. So all the tight matches went the way of the Eagles.
Yep.
Raldi stays unbeaten and avenges last year's loss. The Eagles are rolling now, 43-8.
Unbelievable. All the close matches going the way of West Deptford, but they're the aggressor. They've been the aggressor.
Pounds for the Panthers, Jim Planthos. And for the Eagles, James Shields.
Planthos and Shields to end the night, Voj.
Another good matchup. Shields is a junior, 11-7 this year, 7th in the Egg Harbor Township Tournament. Planthos also a junior, but with a much better record, 15-4. Two of his losses were to Rosiero of Pennsauken and Brady of Pequannock. Oh my, Shields sits through, he's got a headlock, got the takedowns, going to get back points. Oh my. If he sits through on it, oh my.
Plenty of time too, Voj. He's
Oh,
going to bring it
brother.
back. He's going to get it here. He got it.
Oh my.
Wow.
39 seconds.
Final fall for the Eagles, James.
Well, how about that, Voj? West Deptford wins 11 out of 14 weight classes. We talked about 3 great matchups at the beginning of this night at 103, 135, 145. All 1-point matches, all won by West Deptford.
Well, that's exactly the type of wrestling they did when they wrestled Paulsboro in the dual meet. There were a lot of close matches there that went Paulsboro's way. And I think what West Deptford's showing here is that they are determined to go into the offseason in an aggressive, winning mood.
And it's going to be interesting. Group 1, Group 2 teams, both teams qualifying for the playoffs. Of course, Collingswood a tougher road with Haddonfield and Paulsboro in front of them. And that's taking nothing away from Delran and Dulcie. But the competition a little bit steeper right now for Collingswood. And we'd like to wish both of these teams good luck. For everybody watching in Collingswood and in Gloucester County, thanks for watching. For John Vogening and the entire crew, I'm John Mondelli. We'll see you next time.